I'm listening.
Be on guard.
You can count on me.
Right here, my friend.
Let us not hesitate.
Okay.
Our time.
Word.
Oh, yes, the time has come! The time of fate and curses!
打到了没有？还剩一滴滴。尊王，太好了，他死了。
Do not hold back.
那我还有什么招没放到？不要放。
We shall
他自拍
overcome.
怪物了。不自拍了吗？加速，加速吗？加速。 灯王，枪人是灯王。
Attack.
没血了。
Take that. Onward.
3段。需要补血，再补。太痛了。尾数。快跑！哇！前面有人在打他。
Hey, can someone help me?
还有吗？没有了。不要鞭尸！不要鞭尸！不要鞭尸！进！对啊。Enough！ 就在魔角猎人的身体消失在火域那一刻，正往他熊熊燃烧的真身出现。
Time for masks is over. You risk challenging the eldest, and I accept the challenge. You will fight not a mere embodiment, but my true essence. This is my essence. I don't need magic or servile monsters to destroy you. Words are enough. Yes, words. In jokes and lightness with which they are said. I remember your answer. The world remembers it too. Your answer, your heart, your essence. And now, cursed queen, I'm taking this part of your soul, as I took away Nyris's ability to love. What you call your essence is yours alone. Let us continue. We both wear a crown. But what do you want? A meager patch of land, a few thousand souls? My dominion is chaos and magic, madness and deceit. Your power is nothing compared to mine. And that is why you are helpless before me. You will insult me.
又失败了。
Curious what you think of me, Curse. Do you see me as a villain or a simple joker? In truth, well, everyone can see that the truth being
啊，死光光了，就这样就死光光了。
means being one of the many strings that hold the world in place. Being an eldest means being such a vast and self-sufficient. Good. You can play with words. Let us see if you can withstand the heat of my fire.
为什么不能存档？哎，我的法术不见了。我的龙也不见了。醒了，大家醒了。没有加速。 灯王是混乱中立，灯王是用什么招啊？共通火焰，共通体育能量。变成金龙，免疫火焰。烈焰释放，没血了。 亲眼目睹一颗新的奇遇，冰冷至极，而零星黑暗掩盖了灯王难受的真机黑暗成长者 吞噬着引起一声沉闷的声音，直到漆黑的烟尘中崩塌在地上。沉快的死者王冠燃烧，这手在另一个闪耀的形象诞生出来，它渐渐伸展，呈现出这个熟悉的轮廓，头上戴着隐患。动作停滞的他，发出的光怪异地闪烁，面具令人目不暇接地变换。呼吸间，你看到一双骇人的怒目。再次呼吸，他便玩味的惊奇代替又一次呼吸，面具上浮现父亲的亲切。我被打败了，都让人耳目一新的感受。1万多年，这还是头一次。
But what's next? How will you end this story? Listen, I know. Elegant, amplified. The hero defeats a deity in battle. Impressed, he grants the victor power and immortality. The hero enters the chambers of the deity to become his champion and herald. Eternal, powerful, equally glorified both in the first world and in Valeria. Her kingdom healed from its wounds and flourished. Did I tell you I don't like dying? Well, I don't. Perhaps we should stop this pointless exercise and speak seriously?
啊，不行。可是有交换才会是什么始祖？哇，这3个我都不是很喜欢。不是向人低头，别做梦。我们做个这样的交易，解除诅咒，我把王国送给格拉利亚。不要忘记我了，把我的王国送给格拉利亚。哦，永恒生命强大的力量。但你很清楚，面具之后是谎言。
So be it. This performance has run its course. It would be unwise to continue. Besides, you were cursed by my will. By my will, you are now free from the curse. May the shackles be broken, the fetters be loosened. What's been stolen will
将
be
你的王国
returned.
送至
What's
主
been
位
divided will
主
be
物
made
之
whole.
位面。
I say farewell.
啊，就这样，我没有把他打死。
Now that the eldest and other spiteful beings wouldn't be bothering us, the queen returned to her subjects and celebrated the victory and the end of the kingdom's miseries with great fanfare. Everything gradually returned to normal, including our exciting life. Sadly, the numerous misfortunes that befell the queen took their toll on the stolen lands. Matters left to luck, and state problems left unattended meant the stolen lands would remain a lawless realm. It turns out you can't be both a great heroine and a successful ruler at the same time. The feud between Brevois North and South, which had been smoldering for ages, never sparked the fires of civil war. Through great effort, our queen managed to bring both parties to the negotiating table. While Rothland didn't gain its independence, it did receive wide autonomy rights. Our relationships with both House Sertova and the Sword Lords are respectful, but they've become lukewarm. Because of us, neither side got everything they... The Tiger Lords never fully recovered from the damage Armand did to the tribe. Lacking a strong leader and torn by infighting, the barbarians sank into a short but fierce internal war. Their lands were quickly appropriated by neighboring tribes, and the Tiger Lords were scattered across Numeria and the river. Pitax never regained its former stature. In their fight for power, both bandits and the relatively honest merchants lost all their strength, scaring away both customers and suppliers. Trade routes began moving through other cities. Pitax fell into decline, and the citizens quickly forgot all of Iravet. There was no place for art in the new Pitax. Students and teachers from the academy were scattered to the wind. Some found a place in neighboring courts, while others set off to earn some coin in roadside taverns. Trolls and kobolds, two of the most savage native peoples living in the Gnarl Marches, were completely exterminated in the region. The forest paths became much safer, and the peasants' cattle... Bartholomew Delgado still serves the queen loyally. From time to time, he orders peculiar mechanisms and substances from all corners of the world. After receiving them, he spends After enduring so many storms and troubles, Varnhold eventually turned into a real city. Daring settlers decided to conquer the vast, wild expanses of Dunsworth. Agay, the Spriggan leader, learned a valuable lesson after surviving his meeting with the queen and even regaining his tribe's home. Don't try to occupy seemingly empty settlements anymore. Instead, the Spriggans settled across Dunsworth's wild borderlands and proclaimed it as their domain. Keeping the peace in a situation like that seems like the stuff of peace reigns in the caves beneath the old sycamore. The kobolds and mites continue to explore the depths and learn simple crafts from each other. Rumor has it, the first mite-kobold wedding even happened not long ago. That said, settlers still aren't rushing to build new homes in the area. Sometimes, Oleg's trading post continues to thrive, attracting even more travelers. Much to its owner's displeasure, a small town is springing up around it. Despite Oleg's family, he and his wife are well regarded by everyone, and Svetlana was even elected town chief. Jod remained loyal to the queen to the end of his days, healing the sick and generously sharing his austere wisdom with anyone who wished to hear it, and some who didn't. Having fulfilled his duty, having participated in Lamashtu's ritual, Olika gave birth to a strong and healthy baby. Sadly, the child grew into an unruly and violent adolescent. Having maimed a peer at just 10 years of age, the boy escaped to the Gnarl Marches, fleeing the rage of a mob that tore his mother to pieces instead. No one knows what happened to the lad, but legends of Lamashtu's child, who the lizard folk of the long-tailed tribe returned to live on the shores of Candlemere, but they couldn't return to their ancient way of life. Living alongside people, the lizard folk adopted their behaviors, habits. The goblins who put so much effort into preserving the Queen's lands obviously felt that gave them the right to do whatever they wanted in the kingdom. Travelers are careful to move in groups when they can, and any peasants who spot at least one particularly toothy stranger immediately raise the alarm. For if you see one goblin, there's likely a whole gang. A delegation of wizards from Absalom and other areas appeared in the kingdom one day, asking for permission to examine the lair of the Lich Farniras the Thoughtful. After completing their research, the wizards spent a long time thanking the Queen for freeing the world of that monster. In their opinion, Evindra was glad to see the Lantern King's plans turn to dust. She spent some time helping restore the kingdom after the calamity, then returned home to the First World. They say the rebellious spirit of her cousin Nyrissa awoke within her as well. Evindra is said to recount our story to the Fae. After the victory over the Lantern King, the storyteller abandoned his affairs and began spending a lot of time alone in contemplation. He eventually bid farewell to the Queen and left her lands. We never saw Amiri again. Perhaps she got lost somewhere in the First World. Or maybe she found some other way back. Who knows? I doubt that stubborn barbarian would just... Valerie stayed to serve the Queen, but not for long. She soon laid down her weapon to start her own family. Valerie married a simple farmer and bore him 2 beautiful children, then settled... Harem went mad for good. Or perhaps simply understood the true wisdom of Grotus. I'm not really sure if there's a difference. He left the palace barefoot, taking only a cane with him as he went off to preach. He died destitute, somewhere along the side of the road. But they say you can still... Octavia didn't stay still for very long. Soon, she and Rank went to Numeria and started a huge slave rebellion there. They didn't manage to destroy the Technically, but to this day, slaves speak their names with admiration. Rigongar left for Numeria with Octavia to start a slave rebellion. Over the journey, he really matured and learned to understand others, as well as how to control his anger. After he returned, he took a position in the Queen's court. Being both formidable and charming, he inspired fear in the hearts of some and lust in others. There are even... Tristan stayed in the Stolen Lands. Endowed with a special blessing of Sarenrae, the priest became known as a great healer and went on to perform many more miracles. I'd say the Nirvanic Diva deserves the right to After the war ended, Ekin hung his bow on the wall and traded the path of the ranger in for the craft of the carpenter. It may not be the most heroic ending to a tragic story. Jubilost returned to the life of a traveling explorer, frequently visiting his favorite kingdom. He said so himself. His famous work studying the First World all opened with a dedication to his longtime companion, the Queen. Another name. Despite all the woes that befell the country, our Queen remains a strong leader. Many noble houses from neighboring lands wouldn't hesitate to be related to her, and they regularly send a variety of marriage proposals. As for myself, the author of this book, Lindsay, who never chose a pretty nickname, I'm still here, inside my creation within the Capitol Library. I live just like I always dreamed, surrounded by people and books, and not a day goes by without someone to...
就这样，故事终结。
结束了。就这样就结束了。终于破关了，实在是太难了，太难了。最后一关太智障了，那个法术打断不了，秒杀秒不掉，都是因为我那个地精不在的关系。难度调最低打自定模式，关。OK。
What? Oh yes, the time has come. The time of fate and curses. Who will prevail? Does it matter?
Oh.
You don't seem to like my curses.
那前几连3D 中毒了没有？啊！死掉了！怎么可能？为什么死掉了？为什么死掉了？奇怪，我中了什么招？为什么？为什么？怎么这样子？我刚中了什么招？
Oh yes, the time has come. The time of fate and curses.
妈的！
You don't seem to like my curses.
我刚才中什么招？300多滴血。 然后他说打死我就打死我，你作弊吗？
The time for laughter has passed. It's the hour of punishment.
灯王，野蛮人君主，然后直接打死灯王。灯王，灯王，搞定了。灯王打不死的欸。等一下，灯王为什么这么勇？你是要发什么招才来打死你吗？为什么你这么勇？你不是零低了吗？好吧，我们打别人好了。不然灯王打不死我。有，死光光了，死光光了。剩下最后一只灯王。
Now remember your answer. The world remembers.
成功了，
Heart. Let us continue. We both.
成功了。
I'm curious what you think of me, Kirsten. The Queen didn't see me as a villain, but simple chill.
失败。
Good. You can play.
Victory! Strike as one.
哇，这什么招？火焰，神圣伤害跟火焰。
Defeat. What a refreshing feeling. I don't remember sensing it for 1,000 millennia.
你要令我永生。
That is easy. I will return your kingdom to Galarian and strengthen its connection to the Firstborn. In their homeland, the Fae can endlessly return to life. I will give to you the same gift. So long as...
As for the prize, I'm offering you the position of the servant. Believe it or not, I am lonely. Divine power and immortality are wonderful. I played one of my best performances and received a fine. I release you from the curse. May the fatal bond between you and your land be destroyed, and another one be born between you and your new patron. Your kingdom will return to Galarian. Calm your subjects. And threaten your neighbor.
就这样。
Now that the eldest and other spiteful beings wouldn't be bothering us, the queen returned to her subjects and celebrated the victory and the end. So the kingdom returned to Galarian, but not without taking a piece of the first world with it. Miracles and strange occurrences, both kind and cruel, became the norm. Not that the citizens hadn't grown used to that. And the queen became the Lantern King's herald. Who knows what mission was assigned to her?
有着神秘且永生的女王，她存在2个世界中。
Sadly, the numerous misfortunes that befell the queen took the feud between
然后这边就是一样。
the Tiger Pitax Net. There was trolls and Bartholomew. After enduring a gay peace, Oleg's job, having participated in the lizard, the god, after we never, Valor, Hera, Octave, Riga, Trist. After the Jubilost, as for myself, the author of this...
就安尼尔。